Namaste, yogis, and welcome to our heart-centered yoga flow. Take a moment here, sitting comfortably and connecting with your breath. Deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's take one hand to our heart and one hand to our belly, connecting with our full yogic breath. Breathing in, belly, ribs and chest rise. And exhaling, belly, ribs, and chest fall. Let's take a moment to set our intention for our practice. As you breathe in and connect to your heart. As you breathe out, make the intention to move from this place. Breathe in, I connect to my heart center. Breathe out, I move with love. Breathe in, I connect to my heart center. Breathe out, I move from love. Take one more moment with this mantra. Bowing our head just to honor our intention, and let's begin to move in our practice. Take your hands back behind you, fingertips facing forwards towards your hips, and lean back into your hands. Extend your chest up towards the sky. Inhale. As you exhale, release the chest down. Inhale, extend and open through the heart. And as you exhale, release the chest back down. Again, inhaling to extend. Feel your shoulders moving back. Shoulder blades come together. And exhale, release. Walk your hands to the side of your hips and turn your fingers away from your hips. Inhale, reach your right arm up and lean over to the left. Breathe in back to your center, straighten the spine. Exhale, back over to your left. Breathing in back to your center. Again, over to your left side, body long. Look up if that's comfortable in your neck and come back to center. Now we're going to hold. So as you breathe out and exhale, go back into your side bend. Keep the right hip rooted down and relax your shoulders and your neck. Find a comfortable position for your neck that's not so tense. Come all the way back up and release the hand down. Inhale, left arm reaches up back into your flow over to the right. Breathe in as you sit up tall. Exhaling over to the right. And breathe in as you sit back tall. Exhale over to the right, side body long, left hip roots down. And this next time we're going to stay and hold the position. Keep that left hip tapped to the floor. Open up, feel the ribs on the left side, body spin up towards the sky. Nice and long through the spine, through your fingertips. And as you inhale, come back up to your seat. Relax the shoulders. Take your hands forward and come into your forward fold. Take a moment just to find where your body is today. Be gentle with yourself. Move from love rather than forcing yourself into a shape. Breathe deeply here. And honor where you are today. When you're finished, slowly start to walk yourself back up and let's come into our boat pose. We'll start boat pose with our hands back behind us, lifting our feet if you can or keeping your toes to the floor if that's best for you. Good. Leaning slightly back in your hands but stay nice and lifted. Again, your feet can come to the floor if that's a better option. Or your hands can come away. Reach your fingers by your feet. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Lift up through the spine. Stay tall. Keep your breath full. Keep your heart open and your face soft. Maybe even a gentle smile. And we're going to slowly lower down into our half boat pose as you exhale. Breathe in. Let's bring our legs back together. Exhale, lower down. Do what you can. Breathe in, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Really strong through the core. One more time. Breathe in, lift the arms, cross your ankles, and come back to a straight spine. Let's come into forward fold on the second side. So if you haven't done so already, make sure that your legs have recrossed so that the opposite leg is in front, warming up the second side hip. Again, just honoring where your body is today. Breathe deeply. Slowly coming back up, use your hands. And then let's shift forward onto all fours, onto our hands and knees. Make sure your shoulders are stacked up on top of your wrists and your knees are underneath your hips. Good. Press into the ground, get nice and strong, activate the lower belly, breathe in, heart forward, and exhale, round the spine towards the sky. Breathing in, open your heart, open through the shoulders and the chest, and exhale. Tuck the tailbone, tuck your chin, and round the spine. Breathing in, look forward, heart open, tailbone lifts, and exhale. Tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, and round. Good. And just shake out, move your hips from side to side, stretch into the side body. Feel where your tightness, the juicy spots are for you today. And then let's come back to all fours. Let's come into a shoulder opening twist. So inhale, the right arm lifts up. Exhale as you take it through over to the left. Inhale, right arm up, twisting from the spine, and exhale, threading it underneath the left. One more time, inhaling to open. Exhale, this time take your shoulder and the side of your face to the floor. Use the left hand to push down into the ground and spin your chest open towards the sky. Feel that your left shoulder is stacking on top of your right shoulder. Feel your belly is engaged to help you in this twist. Try to breathe into that space behind your heart, between your shoulder blades. There's an option to take a half bind here. This is going to open the pectoral muscles, the chest, and the shoulder a little deeper. So that left hand would wrap around your lower back. Keep pressing the right shoulder into the ground, unravel, and come back to your all fours position. Shake it out, gently moving your hips. Maybe a cat-cow would feel good in your body here. And then let's come to the second side. Inhale, let's lift that left arm up towards the sky, open the heart, and thread it underneath the right. Again, inhaling, open, breathe in, beautiful breath. Move from your heart as you thread the arm through to the right. Last time, breathe in, opening the heart and taking that arm through, lowering your shoulder and the side of the face to the floor. Use the right hand. Make sure your right elbow is above your right wrist. Press down into the right hand. Feel the right shoulder moving back and on top of your left shoulder. Option to take that half bind, taking the right arm and reaching it back around your lower back. Make sure that you're opening through the right shoulder. The whole right side body is spinning up towards the sky. When you're ready, release the hand and come out of the pose. Let's sit back into my favorite child's pose. Hips back towards your heels, just bowing to the earth. Maybe the fingertips are active, pressing down to the floor to help open through the chest and the shoulders a bit more. Another option, just to relax the arms forward or even behind you, resting your hands by your feet. On your next inhale, slowly come back up to all fours, tuck your toes, and let's prepare for down dog. Lift the hips up, and once you're in downward facing dog, march out your legs, one at a time, bending the knees, just to start to open into those muscles in the back of the legs. Shake out your head, make sure your neck is nice and relaxed. And then let's breathe in as we lift the heels up. Shift the body forward, come onto your tippy toes, and breathe out, heels down. Breathe in, lift the heels up, and exhale the heels down. Again, inhale up, and exhale, the heels come down. Look towards your hands, bend your knees, and walk your feet towards the top of your mat. Let everything just hang loose here. Bend your knees so that the spine can be released. Give your head and your shoulders a shake. Make sure there's no tension around the neck, around the shoulders. And if your hamstrings are really tight, you might find that you're quite far away from your legs. Bend your knees more. Let the spine release and decompress. Take a moment here, and then let's roll up. Engage your legs, engage the core. And slowly stack your body back into your standing position. Let your shoulders melt away from your ears. Let's do that again. Inhale, take them up to the sky, to the space behind you, and slide them down the back. To the sky, to the space behind you, and slide them down your back. Now just establish your Tadasana, your mountain pose, so your feet are really rooting down to the floor. Good. Take your hands behind you, interlace your hands. While you are interlacing your hands, the shoulders are rolling back and your shoulder blades are drawing towards one another. Strong through your legs, grounded through your feet. Make sure you're not leaning back or leaning forward. And start to take your hands further away from the back of your body. Every time you exhale, find a little bit more space. Every time you exhale, find a little bit more space. Little bit more space, and let's come into a forward fold. Dive forward, keep the back straight. As your head roots down towards the floor, lift your knuckles, the fingers up towards the sky. Just find space. Bend your knees if you need to, or if your legs allow your legs to be straight. Make sure your pelvis is tipping forward to really release the spine. Find space. Every exhale, trying to open a little bit more. Draw your shoulders back. Inhale, engage your legs, engage your core. Come all the way back up. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Relax your shoulders. Breathe in. Extend the arms up. Lift your heart to the sky and bring your hands to your center. Move from love. Breathe in. Reach the arms up. As you exhale, hinge forward from your hips. Long spine. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Draw your hands up to your thighs. Nice long back. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, if your legs are a little more flexible, your hands might just come to your shins. Long, flat back. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, or maybe fingertips to the floor. Open and extend your heart. And exhale, fold in. On your next inhale, step your right leg back and bring your knee to the floor. Keep your gaze lifted, keep your heart lifted. Lengthen from the tailbone to the crown of your head. On your next inhale, lift the heart away from the thighs. Open your arms, reach back, feel the chest open, and then slowly take your arms up and overhead. Relax your shoulders, relax your gaze, and breathe deeply here. Feel the side body long. As you exhale, release your hands down, frame your front foot, step back into a plank pose. Lower belly strong, shoulders draw down towards your hips, away from your neck. Last breath here, and as you exhale, place your knees to the floor. Hug the elbows to your ribs as you lower to chin, chest. Lower all the way to your mat. Let's come into Cobra. Inhaling, opening your chest. Exhaling to release. Just little baby cobras to begin. Inhale, shoulders roll back first, hearts open. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, make sure your legs are strong and engaged. Exhale, release. Inhale, tuck your toes, and exhale, push yourself all the way back up to all fours and downward facing dog. Breathe here. Make sure your neck is relaxed. Heads of the shoulders roll away from the neck. Center with your breath. Look to your hands. Step that right foot forward and bring your left knee to the floor. Lengthen from the tailbone to the crown of your head. Keep your heart open. Inhale, lift the belly ribs away from the thigh. Arms back, open, spread across the collarbones. And then reach the arms all the way up by your ears. Relax the shoulders, soften your face. Breathe deep, side body long. Last breath. As you exhale, take your hands down. Frame your front foot, step all the way back into your forward fold. Folding in, head released. Inhale, press down, lift and rise. Come all the way up to stand. And as you exhale, bring your hands back to your heart center. Take a breath here. Inhale, reach the arms back up to the sky. As you exhale, hinge forward from your hips, long spine into your forward fold. Inhale, lift the heart, and exhale, fold back in. Step your left leg back, bring your knee to the floor. A little quicker this round. Breathe in, reach the arms back and up towards the sky. As you next breathe out, return your hands back to the floor, stepping into your plank pose, belly strong. Exhale, lower your knees, chest, chin down to the floor. Inhaling into your cobra, heart open, legs are strong. Exhaling into your downward facing dog, pushing back up. Belly, ribs back to your thighs, thighs pressing to the space behind your legs. Breathing here. Nice deep breaths. Come back to your intention. Move from love. Step the left foot forward. Bring your back knee to the floor. Inhale. Open the arms up. Heart is lifted. Exhale. Hands come back. Frame your feet, stepping into your forward fold. Breathe in. Push down. Lead with your heart as you rise to the sky. And exhale, bring your hands back to your heart center. Full breath here. Inhale. Let's reset and come into warrior one. So step our right leg back. Good. Lift the arms up nice and long through the side body, relaxed through the shoulders. Feel grounded through your feet. Breathe. Good. Making sure that the hips are squaring towards the front of your mat. Back heel is anchored to the floor. Let's release our hands, take them behind our back, and press the knuckles down towards the back heel. Keep the chest open, nice and long, maybe even taking a small baby back bend. Front body strong. Come back to center and bow forward for a humble warrior, bowing on the inside of your front leg. Ensuring that the front knee stays over your front ankle, and hug the outer hips in so you're strong through your legs. Knuckles working up to the sky. And as you next inhale, press down through your feet, lift and rise, come all the way back up. Release the hands, reach them towards the sky, straighten your front leg, and take your hands behind your back. Another form of chest opener. Hold on to your wrists, the opposite elbows, the opposite forearm, or maybe even your hands come into reverse prayer. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, bow forward. Coming into a pyramid pose. Lengthen from the tailbone to the crown of your head. Keep your breath long and full. And make sure you're not locking in the back of your knee. Let's release our hands down. Inhale, extend your spine, open your heart, and exhale, fold back in. Inhale, extend the spine, open the heart. Exhale to fold back in. Again, inhaling, open through the heart, and exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Step your weight forward into the front leg. Lift the back leg up. Lift up through your heart. So you're in a modified warrior 3 pose. Fingertips to the floor. And then bend that right foot. Place it beside your left and fold in. Release and relax. Inhale. Let's rise. And exhale. Fold back in. Inhale. Press down. Lift up. Arms to the sky. Gaze to the sky. Exhale, centering back from our heart. I move from love. Inhale. Take the arms open and wide. Reach up towards the sky. As you exhale, bring your hands back to your center. Step your left leg back into warrior 1. Hips squaring. Inhale. Arms reach up towards the sky. Stay here. Get your foundation strong. Stabilize through your legs, through your feet. Take your hands back behind you. Interlace the fingers together. Open your shoulders back and squeeze the shoulder blades in. Lift the heart, maybe a slight back bend. Engage through your belly. Pull through the core as you bow forward. Humble warrior. Bowing the torso on the inside of that right leg. As your head roots down towards the floor, the knuckles lift up towards the sky. Inhale, come back up. Release your hands and come back to warrior 1. Straighten your front legs, square your hips, and take your hands behind your back for a chest opener. Again, opposite forearms, wrists, or elbows, or hands go into reverse prayer. Inhale nice and tall, lengthen. As you exhale, keep the length as you fold forward into your pyramid pose. Lengthen from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Keep the heart open, so try not to let the shoulders fall forward towards the floor. Keep some softness, some play behind the front knee. Hands to the floor. Inhale, extend the back, and exhale, fold in. Inhaling to extend, to rise, and exhale to fold back in. Breathe in, rise, exhale to fold. Bend your knees, bring your hands to the floor in front of your foot, lift the back leg, extend and open the heart into a modified warrior 3, hands to the ground. Really strong in your standing leg. Breathe here. And then bend your left leg, take the foot back to the floor beside your right and fold in. Release here, maybe a little wiggle from side to side, release. Inhale, extend and exhale, fold. Press down through your feet. Inhale, open your arms and reach back up towards the sky. As you exhale, center back into your heart. Let's step to the long edge of our mat, a nice wide stance now. Bring your toes in more than your heels and take your hands to your lower back. The work here is to squeeze the elbows in towards each other, fingertips facing down towards your sacrum. Lift the heart and exhale, fold forward. Keep squeezing those elbows in towards each other. So this is a lot of work here, but it's a good preparation for poses such as shoulder stand, for bridges, for wheels. Keep those elbows squeezing in. Your sit bones lifting up towards the sky and the weight shifting more into the ball of the foot. Make sure your neck is relaxed. Inhale, engage legs and core, come all the way up. Exhaling, just relax here. Release the arms. Inhale, lift the arms up to the side. Turn the right foot towards the short edge of your mat. Come into warrior 2. Make sure that the right knee is over the right ankle. Relax the shoulders. Breathe here. Remember to move from love. Perhaps even repeating that mantra as you gaze over your front hand. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Big side stretch, opening the side of the heart, and exhale. Come into extended side angle. Forearm onto your front thigh. And add a bind, a half bind at least. Or maybe you can work into a full bind. Maybe your hand stays the forearm on the thigh, or maybe the hand can slip down. There's a lot of options. So just move with love through your practice. Do what's best for your body. Release the bind. Come all the way back into warrior 2. And let's straighten the leg and release the arms. Good. Inhale, lift the arms up and transition to the second side. Coming into your warrior 2, stacking your knee over your ankle. Relax the shoulders. Nice and long through the body. Again, repeat the mantra, I move from love. I connect to my heart. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Reaching the left arm up to go over, big side stretch, and exhale, come into your extended side angle. Maybe the forearm rests on the thigh. Maybe you can take a half bind. Maybe you can slip down that left hand on the inside of your foot. Or maybe you can take the full bind option. Wherever you are, the heart is opening. Feel your heart is shining. Keep pressing into your back foot. One more breath here. And then we're going to release. Open the arms. Return back to your warrior 2. Press down through your front leg and release the arms. Good. Let's return back to that forward fold. This time, hands to your hips. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, bow forward. Hinge from your hips, release the feet. Shake out the head. No tension left in the neck. Inhale, extend the spine, open your heart. Exhale, fold back in. Let's continue with that. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold back in. Inhaling. This time lift all the way up. Maybe your hands come onto your thighs. Exhale, release the hands back down. Inhale and exhale. Let's take our hands to our hips and come all the way back up on this next one. So when you're ready, hands to your hips, engage through the core, strong legs, come all the way up As you exhale, release the shoulders. Good. Let's turn back towards the top of the mat with our right foot and step back into down dog. Take a moment to breathe here. Finding the steady rhythm of your breath. Inhale, let's come onto all fours. And from all fours, let's come all the way down to our belly, lowering down knees, chest, chin, or just roll down and relax the forehead to the floor. Let's reach the arms back behind us, interlace your fingers, opening the chest again. We're going to come into a variation of locust pose with a chest opener. So lift your chest, lift the legs off the floor, reach your knuckles towards your heels. Good. Real strong work for the back, for your hamstrings, for the lower back, and opening the chest at the same time. And release down. Oh, strong work. Just take a moment to enjoy that blissful rest. Maybe moving your hips from side to side to release. Let's come into a half frog pose. So take your left leg and bend at the knee. Bring your heel toward your sit bone. Option 1, just hold the foot in towards your heel. Get that quadricep stretch. Option 2, lift your chest, supporting yourself on your right forearm. Turn your wrists so your fingers are facing forward. Option 3, a big back bend. Straighten the right arm. Bring your heel in towards your sit bone. Keep the chest open. Make sure this feels good in your back and choose which option is best for you. Slowly release the foot down. Let's start with the second side. Option 1, bend your right knee, heel comes in, and just holding your foot, forehead is down and relaxed. The back is nice and long. Option 2, lift yourself up onto your left forearm, spin your right wrist around so your fingertips are facing forward, holding the toes. A little stronger. Even more stronger, option 3, straighten the left arm so you're in a deep back bend. Make sure your body is happy in whichever position you've chosen. Option 1, 2, or 3. Breathe deeply. When you're ready, slowly release. Let go of the foot, return the hand back underneath your forehead, and just relax. And then we're going to come into the full bow pose. So bend your right and your left legs. Grab hold of your ankles or your feet. And first, just lift the head and shoulders off of the ground. Without pushing your feet in, just lift up through your chest. Good. So you can stay here, or if you want to work deeper, push your feet, your ankles into your hands. Lift the thighs away from the ground to come into your full bow pose. Quite a big shoulder and chest opener, really strong in your back. Again, move from love and appreciation of your body where you are. Good. Breathe here, let your breath just rock you up and down. When you're ready, release and come out of the pose. Release the arms, release the legs. Let's take our hands under our shoulders, tuck our toes, and let's push ourselves all the way back up to all fours. And if it feels okay in your body, bring your hips back to your heels into your child's pose. Or just come all the way up so you're sitting on your heels and take a moment of rest. Moving from that heart center, connecting with each breath. Beautiful. Let's come on to our bottom. Bring our legs forward and scoot ourselves to the top of the mat. We're going to make our way onto our backs. So we're going to have our legs bent and we're just going to strengthen the core after some back bending, and we're going into some bridges. So let's strengthen our core through boat pose again. Refreshing our memory from the beginning of the class, the hands can either go behind us, you can reach your fingers forwards, maybe even you take a half boat pose, extending the legs forward. Ooh, and from half boat pose, lie all the way back down. Let's bring our arms and our legs wide and just take a moment of rest after our practice. Just reflecting where we are, how we feel. Let's bring our knees into our chest, give ourselves a big hug in and a gentle rock from side to side. Nice massage on the lower back. And then let's take our feet to the floor. Have our feet and our knees hip distance apart and the arms alongside the body. Beautiful. Let's inhale, come up into bridge pose, lift your hips. And as you exhale, lower the hips back down to the floor. Let's continue like that. Breathing in, push into your feet, lift your hips up, your heart towards your chin. And exhale, lower and release all the way back to the floor. Beautiful. Again, inhale, lift the hips up, chest towards your chin, and you can either come back down on the exhale or stay here and add some variations. So we can take our arms underneath the back of the body, interlace your fingers, just like we were doing with the arms opening the chest, enabling us to lift a little higher. Or maybe you can lift a little higher, come onto your tippy toes, lift your heels, bend the elbows, tuck the arms underneath the body, and hold your lower back just above the sacrum area. Holding onto your lower back, heels are lifted, a nice big supported back bend. You can stay here. Again, you can just be in a normal bridge pose with the arms down, or maybe you start including lifting the legs one at a time. Left leg, bend the knee in, lift it up to the sky, and then the right leg. Just alternating. Work where you are, just playing in your bridge pose. Heart elevated above the head. When you're ready, release the arms first. Release your hips and come all the way back to that starting position, feet to the floor, knees bent. Constructive resting pose. Moment to breathe. And then open your arms out and wide and just windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Let them fall, feet still to the floor, just releasing all the work from your hips. And then bring your feet off the ground and your legs together all the way to the right. Bring your gaze to your left hand and just enjoy this spinal twist. Breathe into that left side of the body. Just allow that process of unwinding to begin to happen, of letting go muscular effort, moving towards ease as we move towards Savasana. And then when you're ready, inhale, engage through the center, lift the legs back up, and as you exhale, take them all the way over to the other side. As your legs go to the left, your gaze goes to the right. Just letting go here. Breathing into that right side body. And the breath is becoming slower and quieter. As you inhale next, bring your knees back up towards the sky, feet back to the floor. And we're going to slowly make our way into our Savasana. So your knees might stay bent if that feels better for your back, or your legs might just lengthen down the mat. Bring the arms a little closer in towards the sides of the body. Take another deep breath in through the nose. And a big breath out through the mouth. Maybe even bringing your hands to your heart center. Starting to find stillness. Maybe just repeating your mantra 3 times before you drift off into your Savasana. As you breathe in, repeat to yourself, I connect to my heart center. As you breathe out, I move from love. Breathing in, I connect to my heart center. Breathing out, I move from love. Breathing in, I connect to my heart center. Breathing out, I move from love. Enjoy your Savasana. Take as long as you need in this. Allow yourself to let go, to just be present with what is, to find the beauty that lies in the stillness. Just allow yourself to be. Slowly returning back to your breath. Gentle movements in fingers and toes, and stretching the arms up and overhead. Maybe bringing your knees back into your chest. When you're ready, before you come back up to your seat, take a moment just lying on your side. A moment just to pause, to stay connected, to notice how you feel, the joy that your practice brings. And then when you're ready, use your hands to slowly come up to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands together at your heart. Namaste.